Right, we're back. Had an issue yesterday. I filmed a whole tutorial, and when it comes to editing, I lost the whole lot due to storage on my phone. I had to. What I did is I had to change the orientation of the videos, and then when it comes to stitching them together to make one long video, it said I didn't have enough storage, so I had to delete the original clips. And when it comes to stitching them together and re-watching the whole video, somehow by changing the orientation, I lost sound, I lost visuals, so I lost the whole lot. So we're back today. My anxiety is through the roof because I want to get it right. And as mentioned in the last video, we want to make something as colourful as this, but I'm going to also trial adding some silicone oil, just a tiny amount. But what I've got is I've got my resin mixed out already, so I'm going to pour it into the mold ready, and then whilst I'm waiting for the bubbles to rise, I'll talk you through what I'm using. I'm just going to pour this away. Almost at 13,000 subs now, which is amazing. Thank you guys. If you haven't subbed, again, just in the bottom right corner of the screen, hit that sub button for me. Help support the channel, keep content coming. I've also got my other links to my Insta in the video description. Click on there, you've got my Insta, my TikTok, other platforms. Thank you to those that have sponsored again. I'll stick your names in the community tab as a thank you. Going to use, oh, you know what, I've forgotten to use my mold release spray. I keep doing this. I helped find, if you saw the mold before I started pouring, it was the ones that I usually use are turning white, and I find that prevents the discoloration and keeps the shine on the cabs. But I keep forgetting to spray it. Never mind. Try not to overfill. And we're only going to be doing one layer of inks. I have to scoop some out of these. Might be okay. We'll check in a sec. Got enough for this one? I think that will do. Right, so as we're waiting for the bubbles to rise to the surface, clean off my stick. We'll talk you through what we're going to be using. I've got the Let's Resin 1-1 resin, and today we're going to be using the vibrant Let's Resin vibrant inks, and the colours that we've got: peach red, forgive me if I call this pink as I'm going through. We've got green, we've got purple, yellow and sky blue. And I know a lot of you know already, in this is just my Let's Resin Sea Deeper, but for those that haven't seen any of my videos, I've just poured this into that small bottle. And the silicone oil we're going to be using, is it Montmartre, and we're only using a tiny amount of that. So we're just going to give our inks a good shake. Ready? And the white. I'll put a ball bearing in this bottle just to make it easier to mix the white up. See, some people have messaged me or asked me in the groups using the same products as I do, and they're asking why their white has sunk quite a lot, or sometimes even white hasn't sunk and they're using the same white. It could be because you're not shaking it properly, because if you let the pigment settle and you just pour the white on top, you're either going to get more alcohol and less pigment, or the pigment's going to fall to the tip of the bottle and squeeze out before the mix of alcohol. So it could go either way. So we're just going to click blast the bubbles, and then we're going to take you down and start dropping. So we're going to start with the peach red, and we're just going to drop away. Some of these smaller moulds I probably won't be able to get all the colours in because they will muddy, but we'll see just how many I can get in. So we've got our peach red in. Now we're going to go with some green, and we're going to drop the green as far away from the peach red as we can. Like so. Now we're going to go in with some purple. Now I'm not tapping these with the white just yet. We'll do that at the end. Try and get the purple in between the other two colours just to prevent muddying. And that's the purple. Now we're going to go with the yellow. So with the yellow, I'm going to go fairly close to the green. Can I or can't I? We're going to try. So that's the yellow done, and now we're going to go with the sky blue. And with these ones I'm going to hit the sky blue just in that clear, oh that dripped, just in that negative space. Right, now what I'm going to do, I couldn't put any sky blue in there, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to tap the colours with my white now. Just one. Oh, it's going crazy. Just each colour at a time. And see them start dancing away. And then what we'll do is just see how the ink settle. I'll pause the video and see how they settle, and then we'll come back and just see if we can tap in any more of these negative spaces. Right, so it's been a couple of minutes. I've seen how the inks have settled. I'm going to brave it up. I'm going to add a sixth colour. See if I can add a sixth colour to this one. So I'm going to go with some orange and just see if I can pull off a sixth colour. Just see how that pushes out. We don't want it to push out the other inks too much. And then we're just going to hit that with a white, and then we're going to quickly tap the other colours just to see how it goes. It could completely mess that one up, but we'll see when it comes to demoulding. Now with the other ones, I'm just going to, I know I said I'd do one layer, but I'm just going to do another just to push that colour into the negative space, hopefully without losing the other colours. Just push that yellow down quite a bit. So I think we're going to go with some, can't make my mind up which colours I'm going to use. Some more blue. I'm going to kind of push this pink back out. I told you I'd say pink. I think that'll do for that one. Now as for these, we've got some negative space there, so I'm just going to push some more peach red just to try and push that colour out a little bit more, and we can always just add a little bit more white to the other colours just to push those in. If I just do that on that purple, it should hopefully start closing that gap. See, this one here's settled down quite nicely with the orange. So with this space here, I'm just gonna, please don't muddy, hit that one as well and just see how that goes. I'm not going to play about with the other ones, so I think there's enough in there, and when we come back for the swirl, we can kind of draw the colours into that negative space anyway. Right, so as that's settling down, what I'm going to do, we're going to have to add some more. So I'm going to use test some silicone oil just in every other one. Now I'm going to take off both lids to my silicone oil. Be very careful. So you're just left with a bottle. Let's move my scales. Now I've got my trustworthy sewing pin, and I'm just going to dip it about 3mm into the bottle, and then we're just going to wipe off any residue so there's no drop, there's no drips, it's just a very fine coating. Now this is going to really push the inks out inside the mould, but we can add more colouring in afterwards. We just need to see how it settles. Now I've started playing about with acrylic pours, which is why I bought this silicone oil. See, it just pushes that colouring out to the outer edge. It gives us a bit more clear negative space. You know, it's just a play around really, just to see the effects that the silicone oil has with the colours. Could turn out shambles. I mean, yesterday it was a bit of a shambles. Had such clear negative space in the pieces, but then I told myself in the video that I should have added more colours after I'd added the silicone oil, so we're going to do that today. So in a way, probably me losing the video yesterday was a blessing. But it hasn't pushed them out as much as it did yesterday. We'll just see how that settles down. I'll pause the video and then we'll come back to see. So it's been just a couple of minutes. I've settled down quite nicely. This one here is quite patchy. I might just leave it as it is. No, I'm going to go against it. I'm going to say what I told myself to do yesterday, and just see what it's like adding, just on this one, adding more colour after adding the silicone, just to see whether it has a different kind of reaction to what I had yesterday. And I'll leave the other ones as they are. Oops, dropped a bit of white in that one. Never mind. It's kind of gone a little bit overkill with the peach red and yellow, but It's all playing and learning. Right, so we're going to do our usual comeback in an hour and just give them a little swirl around. I'll see you soon. Okay, it's been about an hour. Again, you want the kind of, let's take you down. You want the kind of stringy consistency. See that? That's what you want. So we're going to stir things up. Some of them I might not stir just to see what the effects come out like. Maybe like this one I might leave, because that's had the silicone oil in. So you just start wherever you want. With this one I'm going to start with a pink, and then just, how do I want to go in this one? Just through the other colours. Maybe end up with a little swirl in the middle there. Stringy! Yeah, so we're going to leave that one, just see what that one comes out like. Let's go with the hearts. We'll stir this one up just to see what happens. Try and create another heart inside a heart. And the trick is to do it one side and then the other side. And then this little one, only a little bit of yellow in the middle there. Hopefully we can highlight that yellow by starting with the yellow and drawing it round. And I'll move across. And we'll do the same with this yellow, try and bring that out. And you can see that the alcohol inks in some of them have shrunk the resin down. So what you can do is, once it's fully cured, don't demold it, and you can just top it up with some clear resin, so then you'll have a flat back. And we're going to go with this one. This one's going to be quite transparent. You can already see where the silicone's kind of left it. It's pushed out a lot of that colour into the outer side. But again, it's all fun and games. Move down to this one. Go with the pink this time. And then we go, this one had the silicone oil in. So stringy. Let's go with this. That looks incredible. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one, so I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to take the needle a little bit deeper down in this one, but not too far, because I don't want to scratch the mould. Because if you scratch the mould, that scratch will stay there for any other pieces you do. I'll try and bring this up this side as well. Sorry, my hands are in the way. So tricky when you're watching what you're doing off camera. Just really mix this up. And my focus is going. Sorry. I'll make sure my hand's not in the way for this one. Right, there's a lot going on there. I've got good feeling about this one. So I'm going to start in the center, I think, and I'm going to go fairly deep again. Really draw these colours around each other and then finish off there. Get off. Right, where next? We've got the two hearts left. Now this one I'm going to leave because I can see some really cool strands of colour, I hope, where the silicone oils kind of created a different type of feathering. So I'm just going to leave that one be and just see how that one turns out as well. And this one's quite incredible. We're going to start with the blue, I think. Let's try and do it without my hand in the way. Stop losing focus. Right, let's try and fix the focus. Yeah, that's better. Right, so we're going to really draw these colours around. And now it's just a waiting game. Bring you back out and refocus. I'm getting good at this. Right, so yeah, it's just a waiting game now for the full cure. We'll see you soon. Bye for now. Right, back for the exciting part. Sun's out, birds are out, so I'm sitting in the garden. Sorry if there's any background noise. There are some roadworks going on, but I think they're taking a break. Right, so we're going to start with the squares. Still a little bit soft, but they're okay to demold. It's got a tiny little bit of a ripple to the front there. But you can see the colours. Pretty amazing. Happy with that? Now this one was silicone oil. And you can see, let me try and get you zoomed in. You can see how the silicone oils push the inks around, almost extended them. It's really, really cool. Let's go with the heart that didn't have silicone oil. Purple's kind of taken off, but it hasn't kissed the surface, which is cool. Pink and the centre haven't really feathered. Got some nice spores down there. Right, this one had the silicone oil. Wow. Let's get a closer up. See again how it's changed. I mean, let me know in the comments what you think. I might play about with it some more. But you can see the heart inside the heart that I drew. Might as well keep the focus there. Wow. This one was without. Still some really good colouring. And the one with the silicone oil. That's different. Very different. You can see the kind of transparency. Could always add a different colour background to that. Let's go with the larger circles. Yeah, look at the colour. It's really good. This one had the silicone on. Oh wow, look. It's really spored out. None of it's touched. None of it's touched the front. Look at those blue ones. Kind of just coming up. That is really cool. Right, we'll go with these. I think I'm going to go with this one first. Wow. Definitely adds a different effect to the final piece. It's cool. I'm going to save that one till last. Right, now this one we thought, or what I thought, the green was kind of pushing out, so let's see if I was right. Yeah, you can see the way it's, you can see that, still quite transparent. Again, I could probably top that up with a different colour. Now the last two, which I think will be my favourites. Yeah, that's cool. Again, some good spores. Just kissing on that surface there. Some really good colouring and depth on that one. Right, the last one. Wow. Saved the best till last, I think. Some really, really cool spores going on there. I don't normally get that with these. I think it's where I added more white. It's kind of just gone crazy. Right, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye bye.